Today is the day when the fury of al-Aqsa, of our people and our nation, explodes. Our warriors, today is the day you make this criminal understand that his end has coming, Mr. Deif announced. Source, Channel News Asia. Sources close to Hamas said the decision to prepare for the attack was jointly made by Deif and the leader of Hamas in the Gaza Strip, Yehya Sinwar, but it is unclear who was the architect. There are two brains but only one mastermind, the source said, adding that information about the operation was only communicated to a small group of Hamas leaders. Mohammed Deif, the mysterious military commander of the Hamas force who escaped death after many assassination attempts, secretly prepared a surprise attack on Israel without even Iran knowing the details. Last week, Hamas suddenly attacked Israel in Operation Storm al-Aqsa, killing more than 1,000 Israelis as of October 11. Israel compared this action to the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack in the United States. According to Reuters, the director of this Hamas campaign is leader Mohammed Deif, head of the el-Deen al-Qassam Brigades, the military branch of the force. VTC News, Mohammed Deif is said to have only made 3 statements in the past 9 years, and has not appeared in public for nearly 3 decades. In a recorded message released hours after Hamas's first attack, the group announced Operation Storm al-Aqsa and mentioned the 16-year blockade of Gaza and a series of other incidents, trying to make the tension peak. The voice is believed to be that of Mohammed Deif, commander of Hamas's el-Deen al-Qassam brigade, and the man behind many attacks against Israel over the years. Not much information has been revealed about Deif. The character has been working in the shadows for many years and Deif himself is also a fake name. The word means guest in Arabic, referring to the force having to move from place to avoid being captured by Israeli intelligence. According to the Arab newspaper Asharq al-Azad, Deif is Mohammed Deif Ibrahim al-Masri, born around the 1960s, raised in the Khan Yunis refugee camp in Gaza and from a poor family. Having to temporarily drop out of school to help support his family financially, Deif held many jobs from driving to working at a poultry farm and as an upholsterer. At that time, Gaza was under Egyptian control. An Israeli official familiar with Deif's records told the Financial Times that, in the 1950s, Deif's uncle or father occasionally participated in raids by armed Palestinians, in the same area. Hamas invaded last weekend. When Hamas was founded in the late 1980s, Deif was in his 20s. Asharq al-Azad Daily said Deif joined Hamas in late 1987, before returning to school and earning a degree in 1988 at Islamic University. Gaza religion. He then fully committed himself to Hamas, quickly rising through the group's ranks as a protege of bomb maker Yehya Sinwar, also known as the Engineer. Sinwar is believed to be behind a series of deadly bus bombings in Israel in the early 1990s. After he was assassinated by Israel in 1996, many subsequent bus bombings were believed to have been masterminded by Deif. For revenge. Deif is also believed to have participated in the creation of Hamas's first rudimentary rockets and is credited with designing the Qassam rocket, which was among more than 3,000 fired by Hamas on October 7. According to the Financial Times, Hamas's missile arsenal currently numbers tens of thousands of weapons. Additionally, reports also suggest that Deif is the man behind the tunnels beneath Gaza, which are used to smuggle weapons, fuel, and other goods from outside, and may have spent much of his time in these tunnels while avoiding Israeli troops and Hamas direction. According to Asharq al-Azad, few people know Deif except his family and some members of the group. When asked, Gazans told the newspaper that even if we saw him, we wouldn't know it was him. British newspaper The Daily Mail said Israel tried to kill Deif at least 5 times, most recently in May 2021. Deif was nearly killed in an airstrike 20 years ago, then reportedly lost both legs and was confined to a wheelchair. In a 2010 article, Deif was said to have expressed no interest in establishing peace with Israel. Mohammed Deif rarely appears or speaks publicly, but every time it happens it is a sign of an important event. According to Reuters, the statements of Deif, the most wanted person in Israel, were used in a recording broadcast by Hamas when this force fired thousands of rockets at Israel on October 7, suggesting an attack. The attack was retaliation for Israeli forces' raids on al-Aqsa Mosque, one of the holiest places for Muslims. In May 2021, after an Israeli raid on this church in Jerusalem shocked the world outraged by Arabs and Muslims, Deif began planning a revenge campaign on October 7, Reuters quoted a source close to Hamas as revealing. Scenes of Israel storming al-Aqsa Mosque during Ramadan, beating worshippers and attacking and dragging young and old people from the mosque sparked the campaign. The whole thing has fueled and fueled anger, the source said.